Bloodshot asks Magic, "Who's your daddy?"
Really?
You are now watching WhoDooTV.
Welcome back to WhoDooTV. I'm Hoosier.
And I'm Jared.
And today we're talking about Bloodshot Salvation number 2, where we get to meet Magic's daddy.
Yeah, he is a nasty old coot. And, yeah.
On this book, we got Jeff Lemire doing the writing, Mico, Suayan, and LaRosa doing the inks. Brian Reber and Diego Rodriguez are doing the colors. And this is a all-star team all together again for another good issue.
Yeah, this is a big book. I mean, in the terms of the team, we've got 5 people on this, and that's not counting the letterers or, anybody else, the editors, the people who are putting this out there like that. I mean, just like art, story, and colors, like, that's insane. That's a lot of people.
It is, and they are some pretty spectacular people at that, too.
They are.
They're all at the top of their game. Some of my best interior artists that I like. Reber's colors have always been great. Diego Rodriguez has a great palette as well.
This is the second issue. If you saw our first, the review on the first issue, you know that we talk highly of this one, and the second issue just continues to really reinforce the quality that we were talking about.
Since this review is going to be coming out after the book's release, we may have some spoilers on like the first video we did, and we might touch back upon some spoilers in number 1. So read number 1, read number 2, come back, see us, and let's chat about this book.
In this book, we start off right where the first one ended, with Rampage kind of standing over Jessie and Magic, and Jessie doesn't like it very much.
Dude, she has a little terror. I love her.
I know.
She's awesome. So in book number 1, we see Jessie pretty much infected with the nanites. And she is a awesome terror there as well, going against these people for a moment. And then she starts off right there where she left off with Rampage. And she is just pretty awesome. It's a pretty cool little fight scene with Rampage and Jessie going at it.
And Rampage is this big hulking guy, so it was great to see him being beaten up by a little girl. But he starts to get the edge on her, and then all of a sudden this van slams into Rampage and knocks him out. And it opens up, and we've got 3 other members of the Bloodshot program.
Right, it's Vietnam driving, and he's just a big old afro. I love it. They get Magic and Jessie into the car, and they say that Ray sent us. And Magic is kind of concerned, like, Ray sent you? And he's like, he's dead. And he goes, he is. And it's just kind of this awkward, like, little moment to where, we know Ray's around somewhere.
Yeah. So then we cut immediately to the now side, and we see Ray, and he's preparing to go out and see Daddy. He writes a little note and, just decides to leave regardless of what Magic had told him beforehand, just to let things lie.
Right. And she wakes up, Magic wakes up, and she checks on Jessie, and Jessie's got like this severe temperature. Takes him to the emergency room. She's pissed off because Ray has left, and the baby Jessie slowly starts turns white, and then we realize that that's when she's infected with the nanite virus, I guess you can say. And she is a Bloodshot.
We also get caught up a little bit with the Scarred Man. He gets a phone call, and they're talking about gathering all of Rising Spirit's assets. He's going to be leaving, but before he leaves, he takes a meal downstairs and leaves it for a man who doesn't seem to be quite a prisoner. He's seeming to choose to be down there for some reason. We don't really know why. It's kind of interesting.
Right, and they don't really disclose who it is, so it kind of leaves a question on who's down in the Scarred Man's basement, who they got there, what's up there, right? And then we get to go back to Ray, where Ray actually goes to the compound of Daddy's compound, and it's this weird trailer park compound, and everybody belongs to Daddy, and we're left with the most creepiest, goosebump, nasty picture that you could think of this creepy old man with these girls. Oh man, it's disgusting. And good job on the art, because it does evoke those feelings, and it is pretty good look. It's very good art, but it is very creepy, and that's where we're left.
Yeah. It's a great story. This story makes me excited to turn the page. I feel like I'm just like sitting in a movie. I know it's going to get crazy. I know it's going to get intense, but I'm enjoying every little bit of the climb up to it.
I don't know. Just there's so much about Ray, how he can't let something go. He's got to keep going at it. Like, he won't even let this, Daddy come to them. He goes directly to him and faces it head on. And it's just so weird about Ray that he couldn't chill back a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, a thing he talks about in this book is you just can't let Bloodshot go. Mm-hmm. You know, and there's a moment where he even considered just going full Bloodshot on this dude who approached him with an assault rifle, but he calmed himself and said, like, we'll just see where this goes, and I'm just gonna figure this out. And yeah, so he's got a bit of a level head, but he's also getting a little hot under there too. Yeah,
I'm so interested to see how this Omen thing plays out. What they're looking for, what they're trying to do, what their angle is. Really, like Scarred Man, like there's a lot of questions I want to know. Daddy, the whole he does it so well about making you want more of the characters and what's given.
I think this is making us ask questions that we should be asking. It's going to be keeping us coming to this book, like, who is the man downstairs? Why is Ray dead in the future, and why does Tank Man seem okay with that? It's really interesting, and
yeah,
I don't know. It's compelling. It's going to be a storm, and it's going to be awesome. And I just want to jump in that puddle.
Mm-hmm. And one thing that I think is just really cool about this book is we already got 3 villains. I mean, we got Scarred Man. I'm assuming Daddy's going to be a villain. There's no way he wouldn't be. And then we got Rampage. It's pretty, like, lining up pretty cool to be a Bloodshot versus whoever. And I think that's a really cool aspect to look at it. 2 wishes and 3 villains.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. We've got someone who seems to be more of an atmospheric villain in the Scarred Man. He's kind of going to be overall, and Daddy is the villain of right now. And Rampage is the villain to come. I mean, that's awesome. We've got a lot to look forward to here.
Right, I think so.
So what are you going to give this book?
I love this book again. It is getting a 5 all the way around. Great story, great art. You don't get better than this creative team, really.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I think the art is incredible. I think the choice of having a different artist and different colorist for the soon compared to the now portion of the story is great. And they both look amazing. The writing is just setting it up. You can just feel it brewing. It's awesome. This is a 5 from me as well.
Yep. Again, if you read comic books and you're not reading Bloodshot Salvation, you don't read comic books. You guys need to be getting this. Issue number 1 is for free right now on Comixology. Catch up with it, grab number 2, and enjoy and jump on this ride with us. Mm-hmm. What is your score for this book? Out of 5, what do you grade it?
Hey, if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button below.
There's also that subscribe button down there too. Make sure you punch that. We'd appreciate it. Follow us at Twitter at WhoDooTV, also on Facebook.
Yeah, and we'd like to thank our friends over at OutrightGeekery.com. Be sure to check them out. They got all sorts of nerdy stuff on there.
Links down in the description. Thank you for watching WhoDooTV. We appreciate you guys.